Just gonna warn you guys right out the gate. This is not gonna be the most positive get ready with me video that I've been posting for the past couple days. For a couple of reasons. Yesterday, I posted a video of me on the treadmill exercising, like so happy. Which I still think is good, and I'm still glad I made the investment and am doing that. I can't talk. I got woken up at 3:30 by my sick dog, which is another topic we're gonna cover. But might have been overexerting myself because yesterday when I got home, and I was gonna film a video when I got home, but I was just too worn out, and that's why I was so frustrated, is because for the past week and a half, I've been doing so well after kind of ditching some other medications, adding in these anti-inflammatory things that I've found. I've been feeling so good, eliminating as much sugar, gluten, things like that. I've done so well. And then yesterday I got up, worked out, and I wasn't even on the treadmill. I stopped myself at 20 minutes because I was like, if you go further, you know how you are. By the time I got done working yesterday, which I had a pretty long work day, I felt terrible. I felt a lot like I did at the start of this. My throat was hurting, my ears were hurting, my back is hurting, which is something I'm gonna go back to here in a second, but I felt like I had completely just gone back to square one almost. And I thought, what happened? And then I have to remind myself, like, this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. There's going to be days like this. There's going to be days when my body just does things for no reason. That's, if I've learned anything about this whole post-COVID syndrome, whatever you want to call it, chronic fatigue, I refuse to call myself anything related to a moving truck, so I've got to come up with a better name for this. But if I've learned anything about this, it's just that we don't know anything and it's so unpredictable. But I mean, I came home exhausted, just barely thinking I was like, I can barely function. I'm not doing well here. The sore throat is the thing that gets me. That's when I know the chronic fatigue flare-ups are usually coming, is the super, super, super sore throat, the headache, or let's just say the headaches that are relentless, because those are the one thing that are not really going away. And then let's throw in the back pain, because this is interesting. I have that old back injury, but for the most part, that thing's been under control, hasn't bothered me. This back pain that has come out of nowhere and is bad and is more in the middle of my shoulders, upper back, which I have terrible posture as a general rule as I'm sitting here like this. That comes from driving hundreds and hundreds of miles every day. I don't stand up like I used to at other jobs, and I don't do enough stretching and back strengthening. But either way, my back pain is always low back. It's never where this is. And so, sure enough, COVID support group, I always go to that because I'd like to see if anybody just has, it's a horrible thing to say, I like to see if anybody has mystery symptoms like I do. I don't like to see anybody having mystery symptoms. It just makes me feel less crazy to see other people going through it. So what was weird is that I was barely 2 posts in, and anybody having back pain, like upper back, in between your shoulder blades? And I'm going, that's odd. And everybody, of course, comments on there. The person who founded the page, who's really doing the most to help everybody. Thank the Lord for her. You know, everybody's like, it all ties back to inflammation in some way. And I'm like, yeah, we get it. I've read everything under the sun at this point in time that's out there to read, because I've been stuck in my house with nothing to do, which is a dangerous thing with someone like me. You don't stick an ADHD person whose brain is always going in a house and tell them you can't go do anything. You need to be in bed. Well, what are we gonna do? Well, you can only binge on TikTok for so long. And when you have a mystery illness, me and what little medical background I have, I'm like, read this, medical study, read this. What new information have they found today? What new whatever have they found today? I'm too curious for my own good. So I've read all of it. I know they're saying inflammation, Still doesn't make you feel any better when you have a day like yesterday that is a complete and total setback. And the headaches, man, those things can go fly a kite somewhere. I don't know where, why. That I had them when I had COVID, and they were awful. That was the one real symptom I remember telling somebody. Maybe it was my mom. I was like, I'm exhausted and these headaches are garbage, and the chronic insomnia during COVID. But these headaches, somebody do something with these. Multiple people have mentioned go to a neurologist. I don't have time for that. I don't have the patience for it either. Neurologists are cool people. Some of the smartest doctors you'll meet, along with rheumatologists, but I just don't have time for it. And the minute you mention post-COVID, people instantly go, they're like, oh no, it's one of those. We don't want you. Even though it's known that COVID causes neurological problems, but whatever, that's fine. So yesterday I was just feeling all sorts of defeated. And then today is even worse, as I was woken up at 3:30 in the morning by my dog Jaxon, the one with the mast cell tumor. He woke me up throwing up at 3:30. And it's a good thing he has a vet appointment today, because I'm about to flip a switch and turn into a side of Lisa that I don't like if something doesn't get done for my dog. I understand vets have schedules. I understand they can only do so much, but also vets get paid in cash. I clearly did the wrong career. I mean, I did. And if you are a vet, I would like to think that you care about animals. And when you have a pet that has one of the most aggressive cancers that you can possibly get, and your pet parent calls and says, that thing is doubled in size, it's red, this is what's going on, I would like to think said vet would say, we need to look at that patient and move that surgery up, because the sooner you get these things off of them, the better. I mean, my vet that I started using is a very popular vet. I get that. So they have a schedule that they do that's booked out for so long, but still, I mean, now he was given, I went Friday and picked up steroids and antibiotics for him, so the spot has gone, the swelling and the redness has gone down a lot, but there's a rash on it, and he's clearly running a fever this morning and just doesn't feel good because he's not acting like himself. So this vet visit cannot come soon enough, and I don't care what I have to do with him, where I have to take him, beg, plead, scream. I will. I did it with myself when I had skin cancer. I got myself into an office in less than an hour. I got the phone call that I had stage 2 malignant melanoma, and I was in a surgeon's office in less than an hour, in surgery the next morning. Now I know that's unreasonable, and that also helped because I had friends there, but still, I don't have children per se. I consider my niece my child, but you know, if you're gonna be a pet owner, I don't believe you just sit there and let them be sick. I believe that in a situation like this, you scream from the rooftops. You do whatever you have to do, because it can literally be life or death. So I can be sick, tired, whatever, which I am, and I'm going to throw every bit of that in the back of my mind and dig down and find every ounce of strength that I have and say, this is not the time. My pet's health is on the line here, and I have stuff to do. Now, I know that's unreasonable to do in everyday life, but in this situation, it has to be done. So I'm sorry this is not a happier version of the get ready with me, but this is the best I can do. So hopefully when I post a video tomorrow, I have a better answer or something for you. But right now, this is all I got. Y'all have a good day.